Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you guys here. We are going to dive right into your reading. I do like to begin my readings by thanking all of those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis, like, share, comment, have subscribed to my channel. It really, really helps. It helps me keep coming back, feeling like, you know, someone's out there watching, caring, getting something from the experience. And so I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I really hope that you will stay and go on this journey with all of us. We're very happy to have you. And gosh, guys, just keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, here we go. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces, okay. Pisces. Oh my gosh, Pisces, your cards are off the chain right now. I'm just going to tell you, Pisces, what I'm getting from these cards. You're getting the Garden of Venus, which says rest and renewal. You're getting Feast of Plenty, which says choices and their consequences. And on the bottom of the deck, you're getting beloved, sorry, radical acceptance. Gosh, it's like right as soon as I started the video, I got a tickle in my throat. I'll just take a few sips of my tea. So guys, I'm getting a really strong message here. There's something here where there's a situation, I feel like in the past, where you see how there's these two swords and there's the bee sting. And it's kind of like someone didn't make a choice. Someone sat in the energy of the Two of Swords. Someone sat in indecision. Someone may have said, oh, I can't. It's out of my control. You know, I'm just not ready, or I don't see it, or I don't feel it, or there's something here. And or they just never really took charge of the situation and brought it home. It hurt. It hurt a lot. You know, that really plays on all of us have a fear somewhere inside that we're not enough. That we're too much sometimes and that we're not enough sometimes, right? And when we're not enough to make someone take action, that's really hurtful. That stings. But I feel, Pisces, with this like crystal ball aura kind of energy here with the bee on it, it's like the sting of this experience helped us to go within, helped us to look at ourselves, helped us to kind of say, well, is that true? Is there proof of that in here somewhere? You know, can I find where that's true, or can I disprove it altogether? You know, there's just this sense of it really being a window to an internal discovery. And it's called Feast of Plenty. I feel as though you found inside yourself a very rich world, a world that you could be very secure about. To be honest, like, we're always going to have insecurities. We're always going to worry that, you know, maybe that we said something that came off wrong, or that, you know, maybe this, maybe that. I mean, anytime we're interacting with the world or another person, or, you know, there's always this chance for kind of like misconnection or misunderstanding or miscommunication or something amiss, you know? But I think when we do the deep dive and we're willing to really go into all the shadowy places, and we're willing to really be honest with ourselves and take a look at what's in there and what's happening, we have this opportunity to really give ourselves a secure platform of, knowing exactly who we are, knowing exactly what we're about, developing a really deep, solid relationship with ourselves that makes us quite a bit more unshakable. And part of that is the understanding that how people treat us, the fact that someone couldn't make a decision about us, actually had nothing to do with us, and it had everything to do with them. You could have been the exact right person at the exact right time, but this person didn't love themselves enough to take action, didn't love themselves enough to take the leap of faith that was necessary. But I feel with this Garden of Venus rest and renewal energy, it's like you have taken the time to really, heal, but also release a lot of burdens. Because when we do the internal dive, I think a lot of times what we do discover isn't a lack, but it is all these spaces where we're carrying other people's bullshit that they've projected onto us throughout our entire life. I think it was like Einstein that said, we're the smartest we're ever going to be, like when we're born, or like when we're like 5 or something, and then we spend our whole life trying to get back there or whatever. And it's so true. Like when we come into this world all innocent, in a natural state of peace with ourselves, with the world around us, with everything. And then it's like it begins. Our journey of taking on the burdens of other people, our parents, our ancestors, society, culture, that teacher that was having a bad day, that bus driver that, should never have been around kids. I have no idea. But what I'm trying to say here is we start picking up these burdens. And then, the universe is always going to give us these tower moments, right? These moments of divine intervention where we can really introspect. We can really let it all fall apart. We can look at it. We can kind of Marie Kondo our insides and let go of all the things that don't spark joy. Let go of all the things that we're carrying that we picked up along the way that we haven't really examined or thought about or asked ourselves, do I really want this to be a part of me? Because we are in charge. We are in charge of our internal space. We are sovereign beings. We do have free will, and we do have the opportunity to kind of control our thoughts and what we're willing to carry and for who. And, sometimes you have to go through several cycles of release before you can release it all. Sometimes you have to take baby steps and let the kind of easier to let go stuff go, and welcome in the new space and welcome in the new lightness of being, to understand how worthy it is to do the deep dive, to go deeper and deeper and deeper. But our lives are not set in stone, and just because we've carried a burden for 20 years does not mean that we need to carry it for the next 20 years. We have the freedom and the capacity to let it go and surrender it. And that's what I see. I see so much space here. I see this like introspective energy, kind of like looking in this crystal ball. Who am I? What am I about? Where do I want to go? How am I going to prepare myself to be aligned with that vision? And then I go inside, and anything, you see how everything in this card sparks joy? Everything in this card is happy. And then there's like this whole space, that whole space of readiness for newness. And then you have this energy of beloved, radical acceptance. This is finding someone. You see all the twos, you know. 2 with 0, this person had nothing to offer you. 2 with 5, this connection led to change. 2 by itself, this one maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it isn't a lesson. Maybe it is just forever. Because this is where it's like when you've come into alignment with radical acceptance of yourself and all that is and all that you have experienced, you're ready to radically accept someone else and be radically accepted by someone else. And it feels like there's the meeting of 2 energies, 2 forces that are like this in this card. And there is a chemistry, there's a strong attraction here. There's a passion here. I think you guys got this card before because now I'm seeing this shooting fire lava ball. And it's just making me think, see, this energy, it's consistently showing up. Like there is someone out here ready to love you with reckless abandon. It's kind of what I'm getting. Oh my God, you guys, seriously? I feel like throwing up. Like, these things happen, okay? But like, I'm literally talking about this lava ball and look at what pops out. And look at what it says. Dreams come true. Fate. Pisces. This may be something that you're not expecting. It may also be something with the wild card. It's sort of like, for one thing that I'm getting is it can be anything that you want it to be. For another thing, what I'm getting is like, you get to decide. I feel like it's something that you may not be expecting, or it's like you know when you're playing cards, when you're playing Uno, right? I haven't played Uno in decades, but when you're playing and you have to draw, or you choose to draw, I'm not really sure what the thing is, but you're drawing, and you know, what you're hoping for is the wild card. You're hoping for the card that you can lay down no matter what circumstance is applied, right? And when you get it, there's that sense of excitement. And there's a sense of like, I don't know how this is all going to work out, but I know that I have my best chance because this can be anything that I want it to be. How do I want to say this? I'm getting off the center of it. It's like, woo. It's something that you're hoping for, but you're not expecting. And then you get it. And then you're kind of like, okay, you still have to play it. You still have to be smart about it or something. It's, oh God. Now I'm getting messages about planning and strategizing. I feel like I'm losing it. Hopefully I said something enough right there that will resonate with you. It's better to give too little information, I feel like, than too much most of the time. But you have this dreams come true and this fate energy. And it is like, okay, this thing came to me at the exact right time. And when something comes to you at the exact right time, you're able to lay down all your cards and say, Uno, like, boom, that's what I needed, done. You know what I mean? And there is this energy of kind of like the whole universe conspiring for it to be so. For it to be the circumstance that you can just lay it all down and say Uno and go out. you know, it depends on what cards the people play before you, you know, because after you draw, I don't think you get to lay things down. Anyway, I hope you understand what I'm saying. But it's kind of like there's almost this perfect moment and circumstance, and everything is playing in your favor. And things are igniting. Things are really happening. You know, the possibility of things that you desire getting kind of the oxygen and the flame that they need to like come to life. It's all there. It's all there for you right now, Pisces. Or, you know, keep in mind, we're all on different timelines. So some of you, it's there right now. Some of you, it's coming. And you'll know, because you might be in this phase still, you know? Oh, dang, Pisces. It's like you might not have even, it's like, you know how sometimes you meet someone, like even in friendship, right? Sometimes you'll meet someone and you hit it off, but then it fizzles really fast. You start going, oh, wow, we have a lot less in common than what I thought. Oh, okay, there's just a good timeness about both of us, but there's nothing really substantial to build a relationship on. And then sometimes you'll meet someone and you're like, all right, like I remember when I met one of my best friends. She was dressed head to toe in Florida Gator stuff. And I was just like, oh no, you know, it was just coming at me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, who is this person? And then, and I met her and I was like, okay, yeah, she's nice, whatever. But like, whoa, with the Florida Gator. Then I actually had to follow her to a meeting that we were both going to, and I had no idea where I was going. And she was like, oh, you can follow me. And like her license plate was the Florida Gators. Her headrest in her car was the Florida Gators. And I was just like, wow, this is like a lot for me. And I just thought, man, she really likes the Florida Gators. Like we probably don't have anything in common. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of like new age, yoga, metaphysical, like whatever. I love sports, I do. But like very rarely do I like wear clothing with my sports teams on them or anything like that. And mostly I think I love sports because I love to watch them with my husband. And I can get into it, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's not like my deepest passion, you know, although I do love the Celtics. But anyway, the thing is, it's like we kept having to interface with each other because we sat on some of the same boards in our community. And so we kept being around each other. And then like, she'd be like, I'm starving. Do you want to go grab a pizza or something? And then we would go grab a pizza. And it was like every time I hung out with her, I was like, wow, there's so much more to you than this whole Florida Gators thing. Like, you are really such a good person. You are so caring about other people, like just like all of these things. And I mean, that was, I don't know, almost 20 years ago, probably. And, you know, still one of my best friends. And so anyway, it's like sometimes when you get to know people, there is this energy of every little thing I get to know about you is very reassuring, or it makes me want to get to know more about you. And it's like I may have misjudged you. Like, or I may have, it's not even that I had judged her. It's just that like, I just didn't see well, also I'm 6 feet tall and I have dark hair, and like, she is like 5'2" and like a former cheerleader and blonde hair, and you know, like she's a Florida girl. And I'm not from Florida. So just, I don't know, there was just a lot there. And I think I was just seeing all the differences at first and just not necessarily seeing all the like, oh, actually, there's a lot in common here, you know? And it sort of feels like that with this wild card too. It's just this energy of Well, first of all, when you're drawing cards, you see the back of the card, so you have no idea what you're getting. Like, you can't even really judge it, you know? But then it's like, you turn it over and it's like better than you had hoped for. It's better than what you were thinking. I don't know. There's just this energy around this of just like every time, everything I discover about you feels like a confirmation. It feels safe. It feels calm. It feels, it's like it makes me sort of trust you more, or it makes me even kind of want to get to know more about you. So, there is definitely, I mean, you can read these cards, hopefully. It says fun together, laughter, I love being with you, getting to know each other, I really like you. There's just this energy of, it's like the more time you spend with this person, the more you learn about this person, the deeper your hope maybe is that this is what you've been looking for, or that this can become that. But there's also this sort of like no expectation, because there's an awareness that there's a whole lot of things at play. Like, there's just a whole lot of things, external even possibly, that could affect this. Maybe you're not in the same place. Maybe you're getting to know each other over the phone. Or maybe you're in the same place, but like you work together and it's forbidden for you to date each other or whatever. Like, you know, it feels as though this getting to know each other is a bit, I don't want to say prolonged, because it doesn't feel prolonged. It feels like an enjoyable situation, but it does feel like maybe there's some caution about taking this all the way, or, I don't know, even possibly like making it public. I'm not sure. It's not like I need to hide it, but it's also like I'm just sort of letting it evolve at its own pace, the way that it wants to evolve, without really judging it, defining it. I'm understanding that there's a lot more at play here than just the fact that we're hitting it off. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like it's inevitable. I feel like it's inevitable. I feel like this is a relationship that's definitely in your life for a reason. You have the fate card here. You have this what a feeling, I met someone I really like, kind of energy. You have intimacy, I love you, I want you, I desire you. There's definitely a physical spark here. You have sexy text, naughty chat. Like, there may be a very strong flirtation, or you may be able to like match each other's energy or banter or playfulness real easily. And then you have carry over the threshold, new home, fresh start, love nest. You might be moving in together or taking this to a deeper level. And it may be because the circumstances are that you are at a distance from each other, you know, and that in order to come together, there's got to be a real coming together, you know. But there's just something here about, it's like kind of just staying here, like looking at each other, figuring it out, sort of letting the things around you sort of settle. And then it's like, boom, you know, coming together. So I don't know, take it as it resonates for you in your situation, or don't if it doesn't. Well, let's dive into the tarot. We are using the gorgeous Elemental Wisdom Tarot. I love this deck. Really vibrant. For Pisces, please, Spirit, what do you have for Pisces? Wow. Okay, so this is definitely, you know, in the beginning here, we were talking about kind of, you know, we had the two swords in this card and talking about someone else's sort of indecision may have led to some suffering, and you may have been healing from it. And it's like someone is coming in to really put the work in. You see all this fiery energy here. We don't have any wands cards, but I definitely feel this strong fire chemistry, fire sign, like you know, there is something about a fire sign where they will take risks. They will come at you. They're not afraid to like close the distance between you. Again, this person, they're maybe even like traveling for work here. You may meet this person on some kind of business trip, or like you may travel for work with them possibly, or meet them that way. Others of you, it may be like someone has to work really hard to close the distance between you, and it may require travel, like actual physical distance. For other people, it may be that you are recovering from a heartbreak and this person is really trying to get your attention, or, you know, is really trying to get you to see that they're a really good partner and that they're willing to put the work and the effort in to like build your trust or win your trust. Or this may be the first relationship you're having after some kind of suffering, or possibly them. Let's see. It takes a lot of work and effort to make progress here. It's interesting. You have the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords, so there is progress being made. This is someone who is really willing to work very hard to earn an opportunity with you, Pisces. It feels like they really want to collaborate. For some of you, you're definitely meeting this person at work. I'm just like Three of Coins, Eight of Coins, like, yeah. With the Chariot, it's making me feel like this could be like some kind of like consultation, or like even something where it's not at your usual place of work, or something like you have to go somewhere, or like you're working with someone from somewhere else on something. I mean, I don't know. Just take it as it resonates. I don't want to go too deep in there, but it's really so strong, that feeling. And this may be, a lot of times things like this come through hard and heavy when it's someone you haven't met yet. Like when Spirit is trying to get your attention to be like, you're going to, like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that is coming, and it's your first indicating factor of like, oh, is this that person that Lotus Heart Tarot was talking about? But, you know, the 3 and the 8 also make 11, which is a master number, which is like you're on the right track in that. The way the 7 is on the Chariot card, it's VII, which is like feeling like an 11 to me. So this is like super faded. You know, it feels that way. I'm also getting, so you have these 2 3s, and then you have a 4, and then you have the 7, and then you have the 8 of Justice here. And Justice, a lot of times in a lot of decks, 8 is the Strength card. And so Justice and the Strength card get flipped in different decks, but most of the time the 8 card is the Strength card, and in this case is Justice, which is also, that's how it was before Rider-Waite got into the mix. But there's these progressions here in the major arcana and in the sword cycle, and just even, you know, it feels like there's a lot of progress being made. But it feels like it's being made incrementally, like it's sort of in small steps. There may even be periods where you haven't really talked to this person, or periods that have been very quiet between you and this person. But this opportunity with this person is coming as, it feels like a result of a karmic reward. Like, I don't want to say it's like a reward for your suffering, but the 3 of Swords, especially with that 2 of Swords and the way that it felt like, you know, like it threw you into a cycle of healing or introspection, but it's like someone kind of unfairly made you sort of question your worth or tried to put a burden on you. And this may be something that has happened before also in your life, but it's kind of like it ended up being quite a gift, because I think, you know, you're coming back stronger, but you still had to go through it. You still had to endure it. And it really wasn't your issue, it feels like. And with this Justice card and the Ten of Cups, it's like, here's your actual authentic opportunity at emotional happiness and contentment with another person. Here's where we balance those scales. Here's where the actual opportunity comes in that you thought you were getting with this past heartbreak. Do you feel what I'm saying? You did the work, you healed. I just keep getting, this is a hard worker. This is really someone who's willing to put the effort in, who's willing to chip away at it. You may be attracted to this person because they're a hard worker. You may even recognize that you like to collaborate with them. You have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Someone coming towards you, kind of with their heart on their sleeve. You know, they're moved by emotion. Jeez. See, I feel, again, you guys, I keep getting this feeling. Like, one person is sure. And the other person is like, I've been hurt before. It takes a lot for me to be sure about things. I may even be a bit defensive. I may even be a little bit harsh sometimes. Like, I'm getting, I may say no before I say yes. I am willing to hear you out, but I'm also willing to cut you off. You've got to have confidence. It may be, actually, this whole experience may be causing a masculine to step into their divinity. Like their true highest and best energy here. There is something that is happening here where it's like, just like everyday exchanges, like every time, like I write to you and then you write to me, it makes me happy. Every time I send you a text and you respond, it makes me happy. I don't expect it. I am always like, woo, you know. When you recognize the work or the effort, I'm happy. The progress, the growth. Look at the progress. 9 of Cups to 10 of Cups. This just keeps happening over and over again. This phase of getting to know each other, or whatever that is, I feel it is the catalyst for at least one person, if not both people, to kind of step into their divinity, to step into their highest and best self, to like evolve in, you know, because when we evolve like this as individuals, and then, you know, it fully comes together, it can reach its total potential, right? But when, we come meandering in wounded and messed up, like it's very, very, very hard to go from that space to like, yeah, we've met the potential of this relationship. Wow. There is, this can even be like a mirrored experience here with the King of Cups and the Five of Coins, where it's kind of like we both have had to face our fears, or we both have been rejected or left out in the cold, or have been made to feel like we're not enough for someone. But all that did for both of us was kind of teach us how to master our emotions, and to, it's this deeper understanding of people can only meet you as deeply as they have met themselves. And it's like through the experience of learning that, it's like you're able to kind of recognize that you're dealing with someone who can meet you deeply. You're dealing with someone who has also been challenged, who has also, had the opportunity to let a relationship defeat them or throw them into a spin cycle of feeling unworthy, or to uncover every shadow and wound within themselves and heal and master their emotions and become their strongest and best emotional partner. This doesn't mean that somebody is like running around like, I love you so much, like, oh my gosh. I mean, I know my husband loves the shit out of me, but he tells me twice a year in my birthday card and my Valentine's Day card. Like, that's it. I save those cards, boy. But, guys, I don't know. I mean, maybe some guys are super expressive or whatever, but also I have just really learned to deeply, deeply appreciate, like, he's a Taurus, and acts of service. And like, even if he stops at the gas station, he will text me and be like, babe, do you need anything? Do you want anything? Do you want a drink? Or like, sometimes he'll just come home with like a drink he knows I like, or like candy that he knows I like, because I'm a bit of a candyaholic. But he, like, I know that he tells me he loves me like constantly, literally. We text each other all the time. So the thing is that there is this energy of, sometimes our expectations really get us in trouble, because we think it should be like this or it should be like that, and then it isn't, and it disappoints us. And I am picking up on a little bit of that energy of like, maybe, well, we should be perfect, or it shouldn't make us struggle, or it shouldn't ever make us feel alone in it. But that's not the case. No matter who you're in a relationship with, you're always going to have these moments, you with you, where this comes up. This is just a part of human nature. And you have to be able to get yourself okay. You have to be able to do that within yourself and not rely on your partner to do it. There's something here where it's like kind of two people really having the skill set or the ability to really do that at this point when they're meeting each other or when they're coming together. Because it's not that this isn't going to happen, or it's not that this is going to be some freaking fairy tale where it's just like, rainbows and sunshine all the time. Life is hard. Life is going to do that to you. Life is going to chew you up and spit you out some days. It just happens. But it's kind of this energy of, I don't need you to make me right, but everything feels more right when you're a part of my world. And there's this opportunity with the Ace of Cups. It's like the universe has made sure that you kind of have this opportunity with this person, maybe even after this difficult cycle, to where you're ready for this and they're ready for this. But ultimately what you do with this is up to you. And I see the Magician. Wow, underneath the Magician is the Empress on the bottom of the deck, which tells me that you have all the tools. You have everything you need. It may not run exactly smoothly, or it may have little bumps in the road, or little moments that challenge you, or that trigger you, or that make you feel again like, oh no, is this person abandoning me, or they didn't call me for a day, or it seems like they're losing interest, or whatever. And it's how you respond to that. And can you fortify yourself in that situation? Or do you start to feel like the bottom is dropping out and you need that person to reassure you? Because that's what I'm getting. It's like, reassure yourself, like be there for yourself. You have it in you. You've developed it and discovered it here. And so once you get in a relationship with someone, don't rely on them to be the one to do that for you. Like, I'm getting like literally, don't become lazy. So I don't know what that is. Stay in your sovereignty. Stay in your true divine power. Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I'm just going to show you, but I'm not going to like read all these cards, but like you can see these two chunks came out and I go to pick them up. You got the Ace of Cups, the Empress, Justice, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, 7 of Swords, and 4 of Cups. But you can see there's a lot of energy of love and reassurance. But it's not without the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Cups, right? Where it's like, oh shit, But with the Queen of Coins, it's kind of like, yeah, but when you know your value and you know what you deserve, and you're able to sort of fortify yourself and sort of dig in with yourself to like meet your own needs, then whatever this person brings to you is more than enough. Oh, man. There's the damn 7 of Swords. Okay. So there may be issues with communication here. It's not that this person doesn't want you or doesn't see your value. They do. For some of you, this person may have ghosted you in the past, or may have not really been able to handle it, or not known how to handle it and handled it poorly. And they're sitting in regret, but they're really going to come through here in the end with something solid and stable. I don't know what this is. It's going to be different for all of you, but it feels like there is some test in this relationship. It doesn't feel major. We're talking 7 of Swords here, minor arcana. But like, it feels very much like how reliant, it's almost like a check you with you, even to be like, okay, am I still getting my validation from within? Am I still feeling, am I still able, like, have I become too reliant on this relationship for my happiness? It's like a codependency check or a boundaries check. Like, am I still sitting in my worth and my value? Am I still my own sovereign being? Am I still in this energy that I was in when I came into this thing? Or have I let down all my guards and let this person in and become completely dependent on them for my happiness? If they were to leave, would I be okay? And it feels very temporary. Yeah. It's kind of like bring that internal focus on, concentrate on what you're building, concentrate on where you have been and how you got here, and bring it all back together. Bring your focus in, make it strong again with the 8 of coins. And, you know, this person wants you. This person, they have shown you with some kind of action that they are coming for you. And there is like this hope of reconciliation here. With the 4 of Swords, this may be a period like with the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Swords where, you know, there is a lack of communication, or there's a blip in the radar here for sure. But it isn't a bad thing. Like, I just keep getting that. It's not a bad thing. Let me just see if I can get any information on the 7 of Swords. Someone might be scared by how much they're feeling, which happens a lot. And it may have been what happened in the past here with this person that went into this mode of indecision, right? And so it might be very triggering. You might be like, oh no, not again. But don't go down that path. That's what I'm getting. It's bringing your awareness and to the importance of maintaining yourself as your own light. Guys, I don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense anymore. I can feel it so strongly, but sometimes it's really hard to say. It feels that even when the foundation or the connection or whatever, when what you're building is very strong, right? Even if someone leaves, what happens when they walk away is that they instantly miss you, they instantly feel the loss and the absence. When somebody isn't in a place in their life where they can be in a relationship successfully, they'll keep going. But you know what? They're not in a place in their life where they can be in a relationship successfully. So let them go, right? You don't want to get drug into that. When someone is in a space in their life where where they can be in a relationship successfully, trust, believe, have faith that this is a momentary condition and that it will pass. And that it is a good reminder that we have to stay a sovereign being, and we have to always make time for the girls' night out. Make time for the hot bath and the face mask. Make time, for the things that light you up. Keep paying into your own self-care bucket. Or, and if you're a guy, do those things, go out with the guys. Like, always, always, always fuel yourself as a sovereign being. Like, that's the whole point of this. It actually, I feel like it's going to make you closer. I feel like it may be the thing that solidifies something. Holy shit. Yeah, look at that. 2 of coins, 10 of coins. 10 of cups. Pisces, you know that when I get the 10 of coins and the 10 of cups in a reading, and this is like, I'd say in a month, you guys have had that like 3 times. That's huge. For me, that is a dead giveaway that like there's a very strong relationship here or coming in. This is also, I'm getting, going back to the original lesson that was learned from the first person we were talking about. And they can be the same person, by the way, but which is how someone is treating you is a reflection of them, not you. It's not that this person suddenly doesn't see your value. it's that this person has their own issue that they have to work out, you know? This is a choice between love and fear, and there's something coming up within them that is making them feel unbalanced, that's making them feel like they need to get right with themselves. And maybe they don't handle it the right way. And I'm not making any excuse for that. Like, you got to figure that out yourself, right? But there's this energy of, you know, when we have these moments and we choose love, it has a profound effect on the situation. It allows it to go deeper. It allows it to be stronger. It allows us to be even more sure. It's the completion of a cycle. Wow. Oh my gosh. I just literally said it's a completion of a cycle, and then you get the third 10 in a row. 10, 10, 10. Done. This is that last little bit of whatever we had to get out of our system to be able to really fully come together, and to be able to, there's even a deeper understanding of each other, and a deeper understanding of where we're going and why, and how committed we both are to getting there. And you have another ace on the bottom of the deck. My God, underneath, that's the Ace of Wands, by the way. Underneath that is the Wheel of Fortune. Another 10. Pisces. So I don't know where all of you are in this timeline, but it feels so much like everything that has happened, even in the recent past, it is all happening for you. It is all happening for a reason. It is all leading you deeper and deeper into this path of yoking up with someone on a much more permanent basis. And this is someone who's equally matched to you. This is someone who also has the capacity to process their emotion. And they want what you want. They hold the same vision space that you hold. They want to collaborate. They're ready to collaborate. They desire you. They feel a tremendous sense of chemistry with you. They see your value. It's like, even the tough stuff, even the hard stuff, it's going back to this energy with this relationship. It's like, even when you disappear for a moment, it's like you come back in refocused. It's like everything that I get to know about you, every time something happens. And like this like actually is very true, like about the friendship that I was telling you guys about. There were actually some really weird things that came up because we were sitting on these boards together, and it was kind of, there was a lot of politics involved in certain things that we were dealing with. And we became this duo, this like team, this rock solid team through these experiences, because we had the exact same view, the exact same opinion of everything that was happening. And so it was like, whatever I did, she did, whatever she did, I did, you know, like you just knew we were going to be the same on any kind of situation. And so anyway, that's what it feels like is happening here. It's like, it's not that you don't face adversity. It's not that everything just is like a fucking fairy tale, excuse my language, but it's like, no, it's like, even when those things happen, you know, when we come together, you know, you're choosing love, I'm choosing love, and then we're coming together. And each time that happens, there's a deeper investment in this thing that we're actually building for a long time. You know, with the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, this is like the rest of our lives. And with the Ace of Wands, it's like this recommitment to, I want this, I desire this, this is, you are what I want, what I desire. And it may even bring a deeper level of like chemistry or intimacy physically. Okay, so Pisces, here we go. Let me get you some true love oracle cards. Okay. If you're dealing with the water sign, twin flame, make the move, and more than friends. Okay. If you are dealing with a fire sign, changed. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to work at this every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want all of you forever, you and me every day from the notebook. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I just felt. Forever +1. Oh, okay. I love these cards. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you're getting guarded, you're getting champion, and you're getting oblivious, okay? I get the sense of someone who does not give up with the earth sign. Okay. If you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting dependable, accidentally in love, and romance. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I really do appreciate you guys so, so much. And I am wishing you all the best, always, always, always. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.